Hey y'all, Bernie Bones here from Shady Oaks Homestead. So today I'm going to say what a lot of people don't want to say. Most folks who criticize American gamefowl breeders couldn't keep a single bird alive for 5 years, let alone protect a bloodline for generations. The truth is, American gamefowl breeders, we take better care of all of our chickens than the people who criticize them the most. And deep down, everyone in the poultry business community, they all know it. So hold your horses, pull your pants up, and if you get offended easily, you might want to leave now. Let's be real. Most backyard chicken keepers don't feed, change water when they remember, and call it good care.
The big boy.
American gamefowl breeders, they observe, adjust, and intervene daily. That's not opinion, that's discipline. The loudest ones are usually the ones with no yard, no records, and no lineage. They read posts online, they repeat buzzwords, and they've never bred anything worth protecting. American gamefowl breeders don't argue online. We're too busy keeping birds alive, healthy, and consistent. Here's the irony no one wants to talk about. Commercial poultry kills millions through neglect, overcrowding, and disease, and nobody blinks an eye. One gamefowl breeder loses a bird, and it's considered a failure. That should tell you everything. People hate selective breeding because it forces accountability. Not every bird deserves to reproduce. Not every trait should continue. American gamefowl breeders understand this, and that's why our birds are healthier, sharper, and longer lived than most so-called humane flocks. Let's talk facts. Gamefowl regularly live 8, 10, even 12 years. I've had one live 19 years. Most production birds are lucky to see 3 years. So tell me again, who actually cares? Breeders don't limit visitors because they're secretive. They do it because they've buried birds before behind careless mistakes. If you've never lost a yard full of birds, you don't understand why rules exist. This culture demands patience, consistency, and responsibility. That's why most people quit. They don't fail because the birds are hard to handle. They fail because they are. American gamefowl breeders don't need validation from outsiders. The birds speak for themselves. If you don't understand the care, the discipline, or the sacrifice, then this culture was never meant for you. American gamefowl culture isn't failing. People are failing the culture. They want results without discipline, birds without effort, respect without sacrifice. That's not the way it works. American gamefowl breeders call for health, structure, and survivability, and that's why their birds are stronger than flocks bred on feelings. Here's the crap nobody wants to face. Millions of chickens pack into buildings, dying from stress and disease, and that's called normal. One American gamefowl breeder loses a bird and suddenly it's a moral outrage. The math doesn't add up, and it never has, and it never will. Like I said, pay attention. The loudest critics online almost never show their birds. No yard tours, no records, no lineage. Why? because people with real yards don't talk reckless. They know how fast bad management kills birds. If this video stepped on some toes, well, that means it hit the truth. Like, subscribe, and share with all your friends who think all chickens are raised the same. Strong birds don't come from soft standards. Here's the real truth nobody wants to say out loud. If American gamefowl breeders actually didn't care, these bloodlines would have disappeared decades ago. They didn't, because the care is real, the standards are high,